Here with Streetsboro's PJ Robinson and Ryan Roscoe after their 63-50 win here at Aurora. Guys, congrats on the win. That first half, they got up 11 points in that first quarter. You guys came back, cut it to 2 at the halftime. What was the talk going into that third quarter for you guys?
So the third quarter, the talk was just we got to keep the intensity up. Once we get over that that lump we had in the beginning. Once we get that lead going, we just got to keep it going. Got to keep the intensity up all game.
We play a lot of defense to get all the 50-50 balls.
That third quarter was pretty even. You guys led by 1. The fourth quarter, you guys pretty much dominated and put the game away. Just talk about that fourth and what you guys were able to do to put it away there.
Fourth quarter, when we talk in the locker room, was just get them down. If they're down, keep them down. So basically, when we go into the third, after we got over that, we were still in a drought scoring. So after we go into the fourth, we turned it up. We got the whole team going. You know, we're getting steals, we're getting stops, we're slowing the game down and speeding it up on our end. And yeah.
And rebounding. Yeah, that's it.
All right, so Ryan, you had the big first half, 16 points, got in a little foul trouble in the second half. Yeah. So how big was it seeing your teammates step up for you in that second half?
I was really happy to see my teammates step up in the bench. I'm just cheering them on, keeping the energy up. You know, I know those guys got it, so I don't have a doubt about it. So I know they're going to keep it going.
And PJ, you had the big fourth. You had 80 or 11 in that fourth quarter. Just talk about your aggressiveness there in that last quarter.
Just get on the floor, good defense, then just get the scrap balls. He got the steal for the team, lay the ball up. Yeah.
All right, so obviously we talked before about a tough start to the first half of the season. What do you guys need to do to get to go where you want to be in that second half of the season coming up?
We just got to keep working hard in practice. It's all going to translate eventually. So once we keep playing hard, we keep getting after it in practice, you know, it takes a whole team. So I think we got it.
Oh, yeah, playing hard and boxing out the bigger teams.
All right, appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Here with Streetsboro coach Nick Marcini after the 63-50 win here at Aurora. Coach, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
That first quarter, they got up by 11. Kind of blitzed you in the beginning. Yeah. You guys closed that first quarter on a positive note, and then that second quarter really took control. Took a 2-point lead at the half. What was the change there? Coming down from 11, taking the 2-point lead, and what was the talk at halftime?
It was nice and calm there in the first time out in the first quarter, you know. But we just, for whatever reason, didn't come out with a lot of energy, and Aurora did. You know, obviously they're at home. It's always a tough little crosstown rivalry game. Good energy, and hats off to them. I'm sorry, it's right there. They came out ready to play. I thought we were a little lackadaisical early on the defensive end. We changed a little bit of a trapping defense there, and guys got going. We were able to get some deflections and turn them into offense. We weren't being very aggressive offensively either during the early going. So I thought us changing, getting those guys going a little bit, really, got us going on that run, and then we kind of settled in and played from there.
So after the big 16-point first half, Ryan got in a little foul trouble in that third. You had some big buckets from Janier Cook, Braden Hodge. Just talk about some of the other guys that stepped up in that third.
Yeah, even in the second quarter, I think we had Hodge, PJ, and Ryan. Those are our 3 leading scorers there down, for the majority of the second part of that second quarter. Our bench did a great job. They've been playing really great the last couple games. Adrian, Dallas hit that big 3 towards the end of the half. Manny and Chris Grable, coming in and give us good minutes defensively and rebound the ball. But then, in the third quarter, I thought Janier did a great job of, getting to the bucket and creating contact and finishing, which he hasn't been doing so great, the first part of the year. But, this last week, I think it's starting to click for him, and, we're playing a lot better because of it.
And you guys had the big fourth quarter. PJ had 8 of his 11 in that fourth, and you guys really took control and put the game away. Just talk about that fourth quarter.
Yeah, again, we kind of switched. With being a little bit of foul trouble there, we didn't want to keep trapping and get Hodge, and there was too much time left to get Hodge, and I think Hodge was down to 4, and Ryan was still having 3. Went a little offense defense there. Switch back to our matchup. We were able to get a couple quick deflections, and PJ got out and finished them, and then hit the big 3 on the wing there to kind of extend that lead. It was kind of like 2-4, 2-4, 2-4, and then bam, you're 5-6. So that was a big shot. But yeah, he had a big quarter.
All right, then obviously not the start you've wanted to the season, but what's it going to take for you guys to get it turned around and get to where you want to be in the second half of the season?
Just continue believing, working hard. You know, these guys, you know, they know how we were playing early on. You know, we got 7 seniors in there, so you know, just keep telling them, like, how do you want this to go? You know, we can. It's going one of two ways. You know what I mean? We can, you know, continue to feel sorry for ourselves because we're losing, you know, close games that we probably shouldn't, or we can work harder and get better. And you know, to their credit, you know, these guys have been working their tails off, and you know, it's starting to show up in the win column. So,
all right, I appreciate the time, Coach. Thank you.